today we're inventing something pretty cool. This right here is my customized twin turbo intake manifold. The car is stuck here, and I'll be honest with you, I don't like leaving my cars in shops. This right here is the inaugural startup of the first ever naturally aspirated Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Yeah, I got the lightning bolt. Maybe I am not so lucky. Yo, what's up everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod2Fame, and we are back with another flipping video. In this one, necessity is the mother of all invention. And today, we're inventing something pretty cool. Let's jump into it, let's go. So as you guys know, we are twin turboing the Hellcat. We're going full twins, baby. But that is a process, that takes time. I'm here at In-Track Tire now, and as you see, they do a lot of work. They're really busy. So therefore, they can't necessarily stop everything they're doing on a dime right when I need it and right when I want it. So because we are not installing the twin turbo kit at this time, and I've sold my supercharger, the car is stuck here. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like leaving my cars in shops. Shops are busy, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things can happen when your car is sitting there. So I want to get my car out of here. So in order to do that, I'm gonna see if we can get the car running without the supercharger, just using the turbo manifold. Come on, let's talk about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we already started without you guys. I'm so sorry, but we did. This right here is my customized twin turbo intake manifold. Fully billet aluminum, water cooled. The factory supercharger has two, I'll show you, because my old supercharger is over here. So I can show you. Don't mind how dirty it is. There's stuff all on top of it. That's why I didn't reuse it. But one day I'm gonna rebuild this supercharger, my old factory supercharger. But anyway, it has these cooling bricks in it. And coolant runs into here and runs into these cooling bricks. So before the air, the compressed air, the turbines spin here, the rotors spin here, excuse me. They generate all the heat. It blows out, hits the lid, then goes through here, and drops out into the heads. So what it does is it takes that hot compressed air, passes it through these cooling bricks that are being cooled by the antifreeze, and then pass through back into the motor before, nice and chilled, before it goes into the motor. So when Baton Motorsports had the intake manifold created, they use that same philosophy, but they use larger intercooling bricks are in here than what is in the factory supercharger. So the air is gonna pass through even cooler intercooling bricks that are in this supercharger. So what does that mean, Stefan? Hellcats by nature have two intercoolers in the supercharger. The supercharging system has its own intercooler up front. The radiator serves as another intercooler for the motor, basically. But if we're just talking about bricks, you got 1, 2, 3, and it's all being passed through a system that's pumped through here that then goes into the back. It goes into the back, but the way that I have mine set up is with an ice tank. So I have my ice tank coming out. It goes into the back of what was the supercharger. Now it's gonna be the turbo manifold. It's gonna come out front, pass through this intercooler brick first, come around, pass through that intercooler brick, come back out, come back down into this piping, and then that piping flows down into the pump, right? There's a pump down here, a water pump, that then pumps it through the intercooler, comes back up again, comes back through this line, and this line I have going back to the ice box. So what it's doing is it's using that whole system, right? It's being intercooled 3 times, if you will, or 2. 1 here, 1 there. So therefore, there's a lot of cooling that's happening here along with the ice box, which adds additional capacity, which just means that it takes longer for the fluid to heat up. And then once it does heat up, you can drop ice to drop it back down. We'll explain a little bit more why with a supercharger that wasn't as effective as it's gonna be with this turbo manifold. But we installed the turbo manifold, so theoretically, all that a car needs to run is air, spark, fuel. So we hooked back up a different set of 4 fuel rails because I sold my original 4 fuel rails. So that's hooked up. My injectors are there. So we have fuel. Now we're gonna push air. We're gonna hook my intake, my JLT intake. We're gonna hook that back up. And this is gonna be right here. And that should suck our air, and we still have our spark. So theoretically, what we should have here, once we hook it all up and get it done, is the world's first naturally aspirated Hellcat. The reason why you can't call it a Scat Pack or 392 is because those are 6.4 liters and this is a 6.2 liter, because they sleeved the walls in order for strength. So they made a smaller displacement by doing that. So this is technically going to be the world's first the world's first naturally aspirated Hellcat, if we can get this to work. And if we get this to work, we're gonna have some mother effing fun with the world's slowest Hellcat. Anyway, let's see if we can get it to work. All right, guys, so technically I got it all working, right? It seems like it's all there, but when I went to hook up the intake, the JLT intake, that filter is massive. It's huge. It takes up a lot of space, right? But that turbo manifold, the turbo intake manifold, not the turbo manifold, but the turbo intake manifold is pretty big. It's bigger than the supercharger and goes out further. So it takes up more space. So therefore, what I noticed is with the JLT intake filter, it wasn't working. So therefore, I really want to make this work. I really want to get my car out of here. So what I've done is I stuffed this is a turbo filter, one of the filters for my turbos. I put that and I stuffed it in the JLT intake tubing here. And then I used silicone to seal it up because silicone is removable. So therefore, it should be nice and tight. I'm letting it dry now. I did it all myself. As you can see, I don't usually have dirty hands. I got dirty hands today. But like I said, necessity is the mother of all invention. So I just created a way that I can still filter my air, hook up my JLT intake, and put it in there. Otherwise, it wasn't going to fit and the hood was not going to close. So while we let that dry, another thing that's different that we have to figure out is this right here is my catch can. It catches the additional oil that instead of blowing by back into the airflow, it catches it here, right? So what I intend to do is, for right now, I'm just gonna let this hang out, right? It's not quite bolted down yet, right? But I'm gonna let that guy hang out there, the extra hose, and I'm just gonna cap it off. I'm gonna cap that off right there. And theoretically, I just don't have a catch can there, and it's kind of just there for show at this point until we figure out how we're gonna tie it back in, or if we even need to tie it back in. I don't think we're gonna need to, because the supercharger, the way that it pushes the air is a little bit different. So I'm gonna research, figure out if we need to figure out a way to tap it back in or not. I don't know, but these are the learning experience that you have. But I must say, Baton Motorsports did an amazing job getting this custom air to water turbo intake manifold built. This thing is a work of art, guys. It is a freaking work of art, I must say. But let me hook this up right here, and then we don't need the intake to start it, so we're gonna do a test start. All right, let's do it. All right, so catch can is mounted. I just gotta cap this off. I'm gonna cap that off so it's not open. The intake is gonna go here, but for shits and giggles, oh, I just want to see what this look like with the blow-off valve. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Oh, hell yeah, brother. That's how it's gonna mount up, just like that, with the blow-off valve right there. So you're gonna hear it come out of this vent right there every time. It's gonna be sexy as hell. God damn. It's gonna be whoop, psh, whoop, psh. Whew, can't wait. And just like that, catch can is on. Intake is in. Don't worry about the saran wrap look. Remember guys, it's temporary to get the car home. What's gonna go here is beautiful turbo piping. So don't worry about that. But now's the time to see if I could fire it up. I'm gonna do a test start right now and see. Oh boy, wish me luck. Wish me luck, boys. Wish me luck. As soon as I put the seat back, cause somebody much smaller than me was here. If you guys see the wiring and stuff, that's just my my turbo controller. I have a e-boost turbo smart controller. What this is gonna allow me to do is change the boost on the go. I'll be able to turn it up. Somebody pull up next to me acting a fool, press a couple buttons, done. Oh, let's go. Let's see if this thing will fire up, guys. Oh boy. This right here, guys. Oh, I don't know how to describe the nervousness I feel. This right here is the inaugural startup of the first ever, see me sweating, naturally aspirated Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Let's see what's up. Run the fuel pumps. I always do that. I always put on run first. Make sure I run the pumps. And now, let's go. Oh, shit, it runs. Wow. It runs, guys. It really runs. Let's check the gauges and stuff to see how we looking on our Diablo Sport Trinity tuner. Uh-oh. I got the lightning bolt though. I just saw it. Is it still there? Yep. Yeah, I got the lightning bolt. Maybe I am not so lucky. Alright. Let's see what it is. Continue. Let's see if I can get the lightning bolt to go away. I'm gonna reflash the computer with my Diablo Sport Trinity. Let's do that. Let's restart it. Let's just reset everything, clear all the codes. So let's do that now. For that, scan and diagnostics. Oh, let me see. There we go. It's working now. I gotta cut it on run to do that. We're gonna clear all the codes. Sometimes it just needs a reset. That's all. Come on, buddy. Wake up. There we go. It's trying to go back to the last mode that I was on. All right, trouble codes. There's a lot of codes that came up. Let's clear them all. Okay, vehicle codes have now been cleared. Let's clear that one again. What is P001? ISO SAE reserved. I don't know what that means. But now that the codes have been cleared, start it again. We're good. We are not good. That wasn't good at all. That backfire was not good. Nah, chill. Who's the biggest idiot of them all? Stefan! You left the intake thing unplugged. Jesus. You gotta be kidding me. All right. Round two. Let's try that again. All right. We'll clear all the codes again. Let's clear all. All right. Trouble codes have been cleared. No trouble codes. There we go. So don't ignore your codes, guys. We've created the world's first naturally aspirated Hellcat, aka the world's slowest Hellcat. Woo, buddy! Yes! Alright, let's see how it's running. Hold on. Oh, that's not good. It's not idling well. Let's see if I hold the gas and it'll help it to idle better. Oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, see how it's like bouncing up and down and it's not idling well? Oh man, it won't idle. We're probably gonna have to do something in the tuning to make it work. Sounds great though. There we go. It's idling. Nope. It's about to start doing it again. No! I think it's gonna idle. I think it's idling. Oh! Yes! We've done it! We've done it! The world's first naturally aspirated Hellcat. Wow. Wow, guys. Oh, all right, let's drive it and see how it is. All right, guys, this is going to be the inaugural drive. I just took it out of the shop. We're gonna go drive it now and see how it is, and see if it's how slow it is, because I know it's gonna be super slow. The reason why is, my guess, probably gonna be slower than a 392 or a Scat, because those cars are particularly made to be NA, so they optimize it to be NA. Whereas this car is optimized to be boosted, so probably where the power would come in with the motor alone, they probably turned it down a little bit. So we'll see. Right now I'm going to I'm running to Home Depot because I have to get 2 fittings in order to make the cooling system work, because we're gonna hook back in the supercharger cooling system. So we're gonna do that right now. It seems like it runs okay. Hey, this feel, I could tell though, it feels very like when I pulled out the shop, I did a light little press and it was like, hello, nobody's home. Alright, let's see. A little traffic, man. Move traffic. Alright, y'all ready for a little press? Oh my god, it's so slow. Holy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still, you know. We'll do some testing in another video. We'll do 0 to 60 in quarter-mile testing, because now I can do digs, because this ain't got no power off the line, so. But it should be a lot of fun, man, just to f around like this. But it drives good. Alright, one little press. Downshift first from 30. Oh, hell no. Ain't nobody there. It is not there at all, guys. God damn. Alright, let's grab this fitting. Let me put on my seatbelt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are cruising out in the in a Hellcat, man. I've been driving this thing for a little bit now, and man, oh man, is it slow. It is very, very slow. But there's a reason for that. You hear all those backfires? Pop, 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 pop. And that's with the windows closed, guys. So the reason why the car is so slow is because right now this car has 1200cc injectors, dual fuel pumps. It has so much fuel delivery happening. And we're still pretty much, what I did was I put it on like the lowest tune that I possibly had. I guess the break-in tune that I was using. But even with that, everything is geared to flow for boost. So the car wants to run for boost, but the boost never comes. So the fuel delivery is treating it like boost is coming, but nothing is coming. So it's running like very, very rich. So what rich does is make it fat and lazy. Like I'll downshift to third, and I'm about to press. This is me foot to the floor. This is me foot to the floor. Whoa, you heard that big backfire?